Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. Today's message is going to be from my experience and some things that I've read, and I just feel like it's time for me to share this part. I've been reluctant to because, well, it has to do with extraterrestrials, and it has to do more specifically with these three types of extraterrestrials that are in alliance with each other in a bad way against humanity. And these are I think they're called Ananukis, the reptilians, and the archurians. And this will be specifically about the archurians in my experience from them, but well, I don't really know if, and probably other extraterrestrials were involved in this, are involved in this, because that's what I've read, and it goes together with my experience of them. And it kind of started with me. Well, first off, I got these like weird symptoms when I got COVID, where I could like at night I could feel like an implant being implanted in me, going in my body. I felt it down my spine, into my chest, in different areas, into my lung. That did not feel like any type of virus or anything like that. It was like the more I tried to heal from this COVID, because I got post-COVID and a lot of symptoms afterwards, the more I tried to heal from this, I felt like the more, weird out of this earth symptoms started coming, and I could feel a lot of different, not tinglings, but kind of movements in my head and like buzzing in my forehead. And I've read a lot of people with post-COVID symptoms that has these symptoms. It feels kind of energetical. And anyways, fast forwarding up until, what was this, 2023, after I had this kind of massive attack against me. Like I said, the more I tried to heal from everything, and it started with these chronic illnesses. I got Lyme disease and then COVID, post-COVID, and after that, I started noticing that I probably have entities, different symptoms, and tried to go to different people to get help, like that were dealing with these kinds of things. And eventually, after this massive attack, where I basically said that I break all the contracts that were ever made, like not that I made any deliberately, but from what I was reading at the time during this course I was taking, like a spiritual course, she said that you could, get these contracts in like dreams, and like there are all these trickster energies that will just make you involved in different contracts. And so when I did this really dark energy came over me, and it felt like I was gonna die. I told you all about this in my first video, so I'm not gonna get into that in more specifics. But after that, since I was really scared that night after everything that happened, I think my defense system, like everything just kind of shut down. So after that was really like, I could feel dark entities coming in like all of the time, basically. And I could feel extraterrestrial activities as well. Like there's different energies, different feelings to it. Eventually, I hired this one guy who was working with the archurians. I don't want to mention any names here. I just want to make you aware that, in my opinion, in my experience, and from what I've read through a reliable source to me, which has helped me a lot through this, they're not our friends. So I think it's important that that message comes out. That experience, I could feel, I hired the guy and you do this remote healing, like he doesn't say specific time or anything, but I could feel something come in and I could feel something working on me. And as I said, thank you for healing me, there were like two energies came into my body and it felt really, I don't know, like melted metal. That's like the most useful, yeah, I don't know, the closest I can get to a description of it. Uh, and it did not feel good. It did not feel light or, you know, uh, it just felt dark. And basically afterwards I couldn't really get a hold of this guy that I hired either. Like I couldn't get a reply. It was just like an automatic reply after that and everything. So um, I just really want to. There was also something on his webpage, and I can't find it now that I'm looking after it because I wanted to see exactly what the terms were, because that made me. It wasn't to hire him for doing this, but it was something like if you want to go deeper or something like that, you can also, if you agree to have your soul kind of given to the archurians in the next lifetime or some soul contract like that, then they can do this and this for you. And I just, after my 3 years now of working with really close to God and really close to my spirit team, that's where I found, the answers. And I can't believe that I actually tried or thought that something could not be resolved by God. Like he is the Almighty. And according to this reliable source that I have, none of the extraterrestrials like are allowed to help us in this earth realm, in this, on earth. So I would say just trust in God and turn to God whenever you need help. And if you are experiencing these, like some kind of extraterrestrials or entities, attachments, which can result in so many different symptoms. It can go from depression to ADHD, mental disorders. There can be so many different, we can be targeted, like just having these constant bad lucks in our lives going on, like just, it can be different. But the main goal for them is to just, well, make life miserable for us in different areas. And according to this other reliable source that I'm talking about, they also pair up with, they call it spirit meddlers, but that's basically like really dark entities. Just to keep it a little bit lighter, so spirit meddlers doesn't sound that negatively charged. So just my main message today is turn to the right source for help. Turn to God and trust in God and trust in your spirit team. And if you really want help, you can go to this website, getwisdom.com, where Karl does perform these light healing protocol work. He can do that on you, and you can read it for yourself. You can become like a free member and get access to a lot of information, where he has different manuals for what he goes through. Like if you want to be a practitioner, you can do that as well. I think it's like $220 or something. So that's what I did, and started, working on myself, just to like take matters into my own hands. And yeah, it's has been so helpful and useful, and I've been learning a lot. Just the power of our thoughts and the symptoms to look for, and just understanding so much more of my life and like why things are happening. It just made more sense after that. So I just really wanted to come out here and just give you a bit of clarity as to, like, don't just trust anyone. You can always trust in God, and that's who you should turn to and trust, and not rely on. Because this guy is saying, like, when he was just working with like Jesus and his spirit team, they couldn't get these reptilians off of people. Like, it wasn't enough. So he called in the archurians, or he got involved with them somehow. And I'm just that just really what's the English word for it? It just really puts people into this fear mode. Like, okay, God can't help us. We need to turn to someone else. And that's like the perfect cover if you're saying that you're helping with the reptilians, but you're actually in it, with them. And there's a lot of people saying he is doing good work on his webpage and things like that. But I'm just saying, use your discernment. And I want to, if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But this is my experience from this. And also, when my experience is so positive with this other from Get Wisdom, Karl Mollison and his team, and they are saying from channeling God that these 3 aliens are, like alien groups, whatever you call it, are working together, and they do not have people's best interests at heart. So yeah, I hope this helps whoever it finds. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.